In this video, we are going to look at how to divide decimals. Let's start with an example. If we have 494 decimal point 16 and we are dividing this with 6. So 494.16 divided by 6. What we need to do? We can just use the long division method to do this division. And how to do the long division of that? 494 decimal point 16 and we are dividing with 6. So first we are trying to divide that 4 by 6, which is not possible because 4 is smaller. Then we can go for next digits, which makes 49. So 49 can be divided by 6, which is 6 times 7. So 6 times 7 is 42. But if we go for 6 times 8, then it's a 48. If we go 6 times 9, it's a 54. So 54 is more than 49. So we need to go as close as possible, but not beyond that value. So we are going, the closer value is 6 times 8, which is 48, because 6 times 7 is 42, which is like more difference than 49 with 49. So now after getting that 48, we just subtract that. We have a 1 remainder, but we have that 4, we can bring it down now. So it's a 14. 14 can be divided by 6, and we are always allowed to bring down next digit when we are we have the available digits here. So we are now is 14. 14 can be divided by 6. So 6 times 2 is 12. So what we are doing here is actually this is called, the divisor, and this is the quotient. So we are just getting the multiplication value of that here. 6 times 2 is 12. So 6 times 3 is 18. So we can't go for 3 times. So if we go 12, then still we have 2 left. Then we need to go for the next digit. But next digit is after the decimal point. Now we need to consider the decimal point in the answer as well. Now we are allowed to go for the next digit to bring it down, because we already give the decimal point in the answer. So 21 can be divided by 6. It goes for 3 times. 3 times 6, 18. Then again, if we subtract it, it will give us 3. So 3, we need to bring another number down because 3 is smaller than 6. So if you bring that down 6, 36, and again I'm saying that always we are allowed to bring 1 digit extra for making that larger so that we can divide. So 6 can go for 6 times because 6 times 6 is 36, and if you subtract it, nothing remainder. So it means if you divide 494 decimal point 16 with a division with 6, basically we are getting the answer 82.36. Okay. But this question, the division of the decimal, it could be like maybe you have the top value is decimal value like 4.444. I'm just giving a random value here, decimal value, and you are getting 4.4. Okay. So we are dividing 4.444 with 4.4. What we need to do? So whenever you have the divisor and dividend, so because we are dividing this value with this value, so whenever we have the denominator, as or you can say here, or is because I'm writing that in a fractional form, or you can say if you have the divisor in a decimal, we always try to eliminate the decimal point from the divisor. How to eliminate that from the divisor? Because we have 4.4. If you multiply by 10, because we have 10th values, 1/10 value here, so if you multiply by then it would be eliminated. So if you multiply by 10 in that bottom part, divisor part, you have to do the same in your dividend part. Okay, now basically you are getting 44, so you are getting the whole number as your divisor, but your dividend is still decimal value, which is 44 decimal point 44, and our divisor will be 44. So our first step, if we have a divisor decimal, it's better always try to eliminate the decimal and make the whole number, and then we can use the long division method. So in this case, if it is 44.44, we are dividing with 44, then I'm just writing again, this is our divisor dividend, and then if you divide this, 44 goes for 1, so it's 44 times 1 gives us 44. I'm just putting times sign so that you are not getting confused, that actually we are multiplying that to get the value here. After that we are subtracting, so 44 minus 44, there is nothing left. But now we have to go for the next digit, but next digit is after the decimal, so we need to put that decimal when we are going beyond that point. So we are putting the decimal in our quotient. Quotient means our answer part, and then we are allowed to bring that 4 down. But unfortunately, when we are bringing it down, still it is not working because this 4 is smaller than 44. So we can't divide that 4 by 44. Then we need to go for the next one. But you can't just go for the next one. The first one is always, you are allowed to bring 1 digit. Okay? But the second one, not. So in order to bring down the second one, we have to bring it down, otherwise you can't divide. So in order to bring it down, we need to give an extra 0 to our answer. So when you give the extra 0, then only you are allowed to bring it down. Now we have 44. So 44 can be divided by 44. Again, it goes for 1. So 44 times 1 is 44. So the learning point for dividing the decimal, the first, if it is a normal value or the whole value already in the divisor, you can just divide as a long division. If it is a decimal number in the divisor, we are trying to eliminate the decimal and making the whole number by multiplying 10 or 100 depending on the value, and then when you are getting the whole number in the divisor, then only we are using the long division method to get the answer. So our answer for this division is 1.04. If you write the question like that, 4.444 divide with 4.4, then your answer will be 1.01.